But I think that just, I don't know, Buffalo's just riding the wave right now based off emotions, Lamar Hamlin. So I think they got this. I don't see.
We're going to get into that.
Let's jump right in. Yo, Smitty, what up, man? What's going on? Tuesday night, it's The Hook. I'm Bones.
Salutations. Happy Tuesday. Beautiful weather out there up here in New England. What you got?
CT, 82 degrees possibly on Friday. Sounds like a sick day from work, but I think you're on vacation.
I am on vacation.
You're on vacation. You're on quite the vacation, right? That's state of Connecticut vacation, I think. Something along those lines.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Enjoying every minute of it, bro.
And as you should. Hard work pays off.
That's right.
So, Smitty, right now it's me and you. We are going to be joined by the Guru, Kev Mike, at some point tonight. And I know he wants to talk
Guru.
The Guru. He said he wanted to talk NFL draft. We'll touch on the draft. Obviously, we just had the Masters this weekend. I'll touch on this past weekend. I'll touch on that. A lot of stuff with baseball going on, more exciting. We got people getting hit in the face.
Up.
Did you see that Texas Rangers guy get smashed in the face?
Yeah.
That was scary.
I mean, absolutely, man. Anytime, that, those pitches are coming in 90 plus miles an hour. I mean,
well, they say it's 89 mile an hour, right? 89 mile an hour fastball right off the chin.
Yeah.
Was that Josh? Yep. I think his name was Josh Smith or something like that. I don't know. Texas Ranger. I actually have the video if you want to see it. But it was pretty scary.
Yeah, let's check it out.
It was definitely pretty scary. Honestly, I think my jaw might have fallen off if it was me. No, that was really bad. That was really bad. So here we go. Just getting ready. Ooh. No, now you look at that. Oh boy, I gotta guess. I gotta guess in my area right now.
And is unsettled by that.
Yeah, it's actually gonna zoom it in pretty tight right here.
Smith.
In a second, and you can kind of just see his whole face, just kind of like, look at that. Whoa, it looked like his jaw was almost separated.
Walking down first, and obviously drew blood.
A tough guy.
Yo, I mean, he hopped right back up.
Athletic trainer.
Yeah. Mad props to that guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
John Smith.
Mad props for him to just get up and handle that. But wow, very scary for that gentleman. Oh my God, this dude says the Guru. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Guru. Jesus, this guy. Did you have English?
I was spelling it gangster.
Gangster. The Guru, Smitty.
I gotta do things differently, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Hold on a second. Hold on, give me 1 second here. Yo, Smitty. Oh shit, what's going on? What's going on right now? Yo, Kev, how was your night, man? I understand you're doing some AAU.
So my son made the AAU basketball team, man, and he ran so much, Ray. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he probably hated it, huh?
Dude, he's like, I don't know if this is for me. Look at this pimp. Well,
he's a pimp. He's got his red, white, and blue Yankees hat on, so I got to give him some love for that. No. Oh boy. Hold on a minute. You guys,
what's up, Kev?
Yo, how about them Yanks?
They're doing good, man. They started off shaky tonight with Garrett Cole. I don't know if you saw the beginning of the game.
No.
They started off shaky. I didn't think it was going to be good, man. But I remember last night they left a lot of men in scoring positions. You know what I mean? A lot of
it's something we've talked
base
about
runners.
For years. Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yanks are going to make moves. Everybody's going to panic early on. You just gotta, you gotta get me a month or two into the season. Let's see how everything plays out.
Absolutely. I tell you what, you know who I'm surprised at is Franchi Cordero. He played for the Baltimore Orioles. He had a good spring training,
Right.
and they cut him. So the Yankees picked him up, and he's been hitting the ball, man. He's been coming through for us. So I hope he stays consistent.
Special.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Ray, see what happens on live TV, Ray?
Yo, you know what? I'm not even upset. I said no. He didn't like it. Hopefully to prevent him from turning the camera, but he turned it. It's all good. Now he's a little upset, a little crying, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's gonna be okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, where else can you see a kid turn a camera on any kind of a show? Well, you can do it here on the hook, because if you're not hooked now, hopefully you can be hooked later. Right.
That's right.
By the way, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, go over and just hit the like, hit the subscribe, follow us, leave a comment, tell us what you think. Ray, be quiet. You don't know what you're talking about. Let Kev talk. Let Smitty talk. Whatever you want. Let us know. So I missed what you guys were talking about. Hopefully, I'm sure it was great.
You might.
It was.
It was probably Yankee. Was it Yankee talk?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Cool. I like the Yankees. The Yankees are my favorite team to hate. If nobody knew that.
Right.
Big Yankee lover, hater. Love to hate them. Know what I'm saying? So before we jumped on, Kev, obviously you were still in the car driving all over the place. Yep. And I said to Smitty, I go, yo, what's up with Garrett Cole tonight? So, the Yankees, obviously, they're smashing the Cleveland Guardians 10-2. It's the bottom of the 8th. But Cole, surprisingly, he went 7 innings, right? Good quality start. Only gave up 2 runs, but he only had 3 Ks. Now, he came out of the chute hot in the first 2 games, super hot, right?
Yes.
He hit 19 Ks through the first 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then he kind of fizzled off today. I thought he was going to really be a benefit of the whole pitch clock, but I don't know. Maybe did they scout him extra heavy, the Cleveland Guardians? I mean, clearly they didn't do anything, but they definitely did not strike out like the last previous 2 games he pitched.
So you got to remember, the Guardians are a different team.
Sure.
Led by Terry Francona. You know what I mean?
Love them.
They're a young team, but at the same time, they appear to be disciplined.
Yep.
So they're going to work the counts. They're not the San Francisco Giants. Right. They're not, I don't know who Cole pitched against after the Giants, but this team is special, and they'll make you work those counts.
Yeah.
They'll get on base. They'll beat you with speed, especially now that the bases look like pizza boxes, and they're going to run. They're going to run on you. So with that said, Cole did settle down, like you mentioned. He had 3 strikeouts. Not impressive, not, dominant Cole that we know.
Yeah.
However, just like we were talking off camera before, Sandy Alcantara, he got lit up.
Destroyed.
By the Phillies.
Yep.
He gave up 9 runs. And like we were saying, that's my favorite pitcher right now, Cy Young Award winner. You know what I mean? But they're human beings. They're gonna start off shaky sometimes, Neil says that he saw Cole in Florida at spring training. He was bringing it.
I bet. Cole, don't get me wrong. Cole's an absolute stud. I'm just pissed. And I'm mad at a Yankee right now because he didn't come through for me. So, I have Cole in one of my fantasy baseball leagues, and I'm down like 34 Ks to 2 Ks. This guy had 4 guys go yesterday that all went bananas. I'm like, all right, you know what? I got Garrett Cole coming. He's going to be good between 8 and 12, right? That's just my expectation. Yeah, right. 3.
Yeah, that's the beauty about baseball, though. You know what I mean?
No,
you never know.
And honestly, as a Yankee fan, I'm just glad he pitched well enough to win.
Yeah.
But listen, the fantasy stuff I get. But the Yanks are interesting though, because, they're so banged up still in their rotation, and, there's a lot of questions, but, like what Smitty and I were talking about with Cordero, that's a Brian Cashman special right there. And, he's added pop to the lineup. I've always said I still worry about the balance in their lineup, but, it's a guy that, was hitting from the left side of the plate, and he's hit for power. So we'll see what happens there. Again, everybody panics early. And guys, the Yanks are going to make moves, whether they're going to be moves that are satisfy most Yankee fans. I can't answer that, but it's all going to come down to the fact that this is going to be a good enough team to make the postseason, and what are they going to look like when they get there? That's my opinion. And this season will have, as all seasons it seems lately, be measured if they can get through the first round of the playoffs and how they do against Houston. It's just the way it is.
I did it again, Smitty.
What's that?
I did it again. I shared it to my own personal page.
That's all right.
I did it again. Hey, well, you know what? Sometimes you just get excited. I did share it to the Hook YouTube page, though.
Yep.
Do you guys have an open mic tonight? I'd like to ask the board a question. Yes. Hold up 1 second, Neil.
Ask away.
Absolutely. The
Dude,
mic is always open, baby. Mic is always open.
Neil, you can feel free to give me a shout as well, because I do have that capability to take a phone call. So you can send us a call. You can throw it in the comments. Whatever you would like to do, sir, you let us know, and we got it.
So Ray, real quick, going back to Garrett Cole, right?
Yes.
Garrett Cole, he started off against San Francisco. That was the opening day.
11 Ks. Yeah.
Yes, 11 strikeouts.
Mm-hmm.
Then he pitched against Philly.
Philadelphia.
And
correct.
mind you, Philly is not 100% healthy yet.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's a long baseball season.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bryce Harper, he's not. I don't think he's back yet. Garrett Cole, I mean, he gave up 5 hits today, 2 runs. Dude, that's still good, bro. And let's keep in mind, he pitched 7 innings.
No. I am not throwing any shade whatsoever at Garrett Cole. I was just a little disappointed on his K rate based on his first 2 starts. That's the only thing I was a little upset with. As far as him being my ace pitcher if he was a Red Sox, I am completely satisfied. I have no issues whatsoever. Thank you. You can do that every game you pitch. I'm fine with that. 7 innings, 2 runs, 2 earned, no problem.
Hey,
I couldn't even dream of that right now. As a Red Sox fan, where am I going to see 7 innings pitched with like 2 earned runs? Like everything's going to be 6+.
Yep.
Hey,
crazy.
So real quick, fellas, Neil is asking. This is a real good question.
Yeah.
What sports record do you feel is the most remarkable?
I have one issue with this. There's too many sports to just have one record. Like, I think it might be a little bit easier to break it down, like maybe per sport versus cross sports, if you know what I mean. Because in my opinion, and who knows what's going to change now in this game, I think Ricky Henderson's stolen base record is one of the most remarkable records in baseball. I don't think anyone's going to even come close
at all. I agree.
To touching Ricky Henderson. Nobody. Yep. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's fair.
No, Nolan Ryan, the Nolan Ryan records of him having 300 plus strikeouts in a season. Are you kidding me? Nobody's done it. I think Pedro's done it like 2 or 3 times. Ryan's done it like 9.
Now, you know, I'm going to be biased, right? I just want to come out and be transparent.
But listen, I just did an offense and a defense, right, for baseball. You know what I mean? I did an offense and a defense because I don't know. This is a great question, Neil. It's a great question.
I told you, yes, it is. I'm going to go with Mariano Rivera's saves records.
All right.
Oh my God, yeah. I'm going to go with
you're
that.
Not wrong. You're not wrong. It's fine. I'm just
saying. Especially in the postseason.
Is this strictly just
I mean, it's baseball season.
Well,
no, he's asking sports. He's asking sports.
Well, I think that
Cal Ripken's record. Yep, that's good.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%, Cal. Ain't nobody touching the iron, man. No freaking way.
Especially in today's game.
Yeah.
I mean, they rest guys that aren't even tired.
All sports. So bring in college basketball, bring in golf, bring in swimming, tennis.
I think UCLA's and the UConn women, the win streak, but more so for college basketball, the men's side, because we know it'll never happen again. I think UCLA's win streak is crazy because, dude, in today's game, that never would have happened, Ray, because
Right.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Bill Walton either would have gone from high school to the pros or been one and done.
Sure.
So they had both of them back to back. Remember, they couldn't play their freshman years. They weren't allowed to. So that record's crazy. Wayne Gretzky scoring 215 points in a season is insanity. And I hate to be corny because this is talked about a lot, but the hit streak,
Joe?
to me is just insanity also. Like, I really don't see that ever being broken. I really don't. But that Iron Man thing is big.
I think most of the things that we just said are all pretty much untouchable records.
Right.
But here's a question to Neil. What's your take on it, Neil?
Yeah, what's your
and the viewers, listeners, please give us your take on that.
Yeah, man. I let us know. What do you guys got?
Yeah, he said he'll never see another Wayne Gretzky, which is completely true.
Yeah.
Right. I think a crazy stat, and no one's ever gonna come close to this, is 749 complete games.
Oh yeah.
You can't even get a guy to pitch 6 or 7 innings this year. Forget about completing. Oh boy.
Sorry.
Oh boy. Get it. We got it. We're good. Hey, no, for real. 749 complete games. That's pretty remarkable. How about the Yukon women? Oh, Boof. Big shout out to Boof Bonzer. What's up, buddy? Old school baseball records will not be broken. He's right. Never. Never happen. Smitty, Kev, you agree to that?
Absolutely. I agree.
Kev agrees. I mean, look at he's frozen. He agrees so good that he's frozen right there. Oh shit, the circle of death. Dude, hey, remember to connect to the Wi-Fi, Kev, when you're over there too. Don't run off of this AT&T service. You got to connect to your Wi-Fi. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. You know, Booth, old school baseball records will not be broken. I agree with that 100%.
So Booth, baseball, major leaguer. What would you say is it's the toughest baseball record to break, Booth? If you're still with us, if you're still there, Booth, just drop in the comments. What do you think is the most remarkable sports record, baseball, or whatever you think? Anything, throw it out there. Good to know. Like to hear it. Like to get the cooperation. You know, Kev, are you good? Kev, you with me?
I'm with you.
All right, I just want to make sure. So, not to veer. Nolan and Cal. Yep. Nolan. Nolan record. Nolan record, Ryan. I mean, he pitched in 3 decades. Right?
Yeah, he did.
3 decades. And his numbers are fucking insane.
They are
insane. Like I was just going one day because, if I were to ask, you guys and Kev, me and you will probably have more of the similar answer versus what Smitty has because he's got a couple years on us. But the best pitcher that I've ever watched, and it's not biased in my opinion, but my favorite pitcher growing up, still to this day, is Pedro Martinez. He was the filthiest, dirtiest, nastiest, pitcher that I watched and I loved. And obviously being a Red Sox fan, he made it that much more enjoyable. But I mean, Kev, would you agree to that? I mean, obviously you're a Yankee fan. There's some other guys out there. I mean, how many Yankee pitchers, did they have that were nasty? Or Atlanta Braves with, Maddox and Smoltz and Glavine, Randy Johnson, Kurt Schilling. Yeah, and hey, the guy killed a bird when he was pitching. Nobody else has done that before. That's a record that'll never happen. Chalk that one up, Guinness. Chalk that one up. But I don't know. Smitty, who would you say is the best pitcher you've ever, been able to watch?
Are we talking about starting pitchers?
I mean, not Mariano Rivera. Anybody named not Mariano Rivera, because I'm not going to disagree with you.
You know what? I like that.
Is definitely the greatest closer. It's not even close. But as far as
I definitely liked Pedro Martinez and what he brought to the table. You know what I mean? I mean, as a Yankee fan, I give him his respects.
Mhm.
And at the same time, we had to work it, like grind it out. The Yankees had to grind it out. Every time that dude pitched, it was like, let's hope that, he wears out. Seventh inning comes in,
Yeah.
and they capitalize on the bullpen. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I would agree with you as far as Pedro, definitely. Until Godzilla came along, and then the rest of the story. But
Yeah, I know. We got some World Series after that. But Roy Halladay is another guy that comes to mind.
yes,
You
rest
know
in
what I
peace.
mean? That
Yes,
was like just
definitely.
a filthy pitcher.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
there's
absolutely.
been a lot. I mean, there's been a lot of them, but I can't think of anybody. I mean, Randy Johnson, 100% dominant. You
Yeah,
just
in the 90s. I mean, listen, like you mentioned, the Braves, they had, the starting pitchers were like,
Maddox.
all of them,
Yeah,
nasty. You know what I mean?
yeah. Clemens.
So
Shout out to Ken Wood. What's up,
yes,
buddy?
Dwight
Um,
Gooden, Roger Clemens.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy to go back and think. I mean, Tim Wakefield, right? I mean, probably
Tim
one of the best.
Wakefield with
But
the
you know
knuckle.
what? I say Tim Wakefield jokingly, right?
No, 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 no. He listen, when that
But
dude had that knuckleball, it was tough to hit him.
I mean, he was one of the best knuckleballers. Probably he might be, I won't say the best ever, but in our generation, my
Yeah.
generation, he's the best knuckleballer that I haven't
Mhm.
seen anybody else throw knuckleball. It was unfortunate when he let Boone hit that one over the monster that year. That was the monster, right? That was
No, it was
a
at Yankee Stadium.
Yankee
That's the
Stadium.
only reason.
Oh, it
That's
was
the only
game
reason why
7.
he's a. That's the only reason why he's a manager for the New York Yankees, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion.
But think about how many wins you have now with that guy.
No,
I
dude,
mean, I think
Wakefield was tough.
dude, Wakefield. Yeah, he was tough. He was tough.
And then Ray, he would come in with he'd throw this like fastball that like you and I could hit, but
Mhm.
after seeing the knuckleball, it looked like 98.
Yeah.
He always gave the Yanks trouble, always.
No. Yeah, as he should. I mean, he gave a lot of teams trouble.
He was a good pitcher.
He pitched. He was there forever, it felt like.
Who was the last knuckleballer that was an all-star? R.A. Dickey?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think I'm right.
Toronto Blue Jays, yeah.
Yeah, Mets.
Yeah.
Oh,
For the
shit.
Mets, he
Oh,
played
yeah,
for the
that's in like
Mets?
the last, 5 to 6 years, maybe?
No, longer
I
than
think
that,
you're
bro.
going
All
back
right.
a little bit more, but I mean, just from a dude that, and I remember the whole thing with Adam Greenberg, that one last at bat, he struck out from the knuckleball of R.A. Dickey.
No shit.
Yeah.
Boof said yes.
Yep.
No shit. R.A. Dickey. Well, hey, pitchers are great. Pedro Martinez, he'll be on the top of my list probably until somebody
Pedro
else comes along and
Martinez.
knocks my socks off.
Listen, I think that as Yankee fans, you can look back and you sometimes you appreciate greatness when you're on the other side.
Yep.
And Pedro Martinez could pitch for me any day. I don't care. He threw Don Zimmer over. I did think that was a little bit much, but this dude, like, he had the ball in his hands. I'll never forget when he came out of the bullpen against the Indians.
Yep.
And he didn't have I believe that that's really one of the stages where he truly learned how to pitch,
Yeah.
because he was throwing in the low 90s, but he had to rely on all that off-speed stuff, and he was awesome. You think I don't shut up about the Giants? I won't shut up about Pedro.
Oh my, don't even bring up the Giants, please. By the way, since you did, I want to see how good James Ritchie's going to do this year.
With the KC Chiefs?
Because he's going to have a quarterback, right? So like some of this talk that we had earlier in the year, and obviously playoff time, I tried to, pump up the Giants and their receiving core because Danny Jones had one good game in the playoffs. And I tried to pump him up. What was that other guy's name? I already forgot his name.
Hodges.
Isaiah Hodges, right? So Isaiah Hodges, he was the next coming of, Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, which obviously did not pan out. But we did mention James Ritchie because James Ritchie did have a good stretch towards the end of the season. Just catching balls, nothing crazy, but he was serviceable. I can't wait to see how he does next year with Patrick Mahomes, honestly, because McCole Hardman, he's gone, right? McCole Hardman signed somewhere. I can't remember where. I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
even
he's out of
remember where.
Huh?
I don't even remember where.
Well,
Somebody look that up.
well, you're the guru, dude. What do you
I
mean?
am, but I gotta be honest.
How do you?
I didn't think he signed it. I didn't think he signed anywhere.
I thought he did.
We gotta
But
look that up.
What's his name?
I could be
What's his name?
McCole
Hardman
Hardman.
from Kansas City.
Jets? Did he sign with the Jets? Neil
Yes,
is
he
saying
did.
Jets.
He signed with the Jets.
Who didn't
So-
sign with the Jets?
So
Everyone
McCole
thinks-
Hardman.
Odell Beckham?
Odell,
Odell Beckham.
true story. And listen, he gave the Jets an opportunity. By the way, we're gonna go down this football rabbit hole right now. I can tell.
So listen. Before we shift gears, if I may,
Yes.
I don't want to lose sight. I want to mention the Red Sox.
Please.
I want to mention the
Please.
Red
I
Sox.
love the Red Sox.
I know you do, and that's the reason why I want to bring them up.
Oh,
Listen,
boy.
your best hitter, we discussed
out.
this in the last segment.
Yes.
And you know what? And listen, I'm not BSing on this one. I
Yes.
was rooting for that dude because he was good. He was good. I'm telling you, listen, the numbers that this guy had, and I know it's early in the season, but he was the
it's
best
too
hitter that
early.
you guys had right now.
Listen,
know what I
Max
mean?
Muncy was 0 for his first 20-something at bats, I believe. He had two
This guy-
dingers yesterday. He snapped his streak.
This guy was batting 455,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
4 home runs
Yep.
in 37 trips to the plate,
Yeah.
and he fractured his wrist.
Yep. In the outfield in the ninth inning.
Yes.
So we lost some power,
Eh,
right? We
But
lost
he
some power.
plays hard, man. That dude plays hard.
And how many
It wa-
RBIs did he have? Think of all the RB. I mean, we're
know what I mean?
losing probably 50% of our offense right now with one guy
Yeah,
because he was the only one that was producing,
right.
hitting home runs, knocking runs in. It was definitely a big loss at this point of the season. Booth says pitching. The pitching stinks. It stunk for the last 3 years, and it's not going to get any better until they can invest. And that's why next year we're going to end up with Shohei Ohtani. And that's hopefully the way that it goes.
You don't think he's gonna go? You don't think he's gonna sign with the Yankees?
Listen, all you can do is be optimistic and hope and pray that the reason that they are not spending the money where they should be spending the money is because they have this thought that they are going to be able to sign the biggest player in baseball in the last 100 years.
Yeah.
Right? There's nobody bigger than Shohei Ohtani ever. I mean, Barry Bonds was big. Mark McGwire was big. Sammy Sosa was big. They're not big like Shohei.
No,
They're
this is
nobody.
different. Yeah.
This is a wholly different ball game.
Whole different.
And as far as him coming to
And
Boston,
Shohei is
being
doing it. Can I add something to that? Shohei is doing it naturally, yes? The names that you just mentioned
I mean, I don't know.
previously.
I don't know. I mean, you think Aaron Judge
It
did
appears
naturally,
so.
and maybe he did.
It appears so. No. Hold on. You're saying that. You're coming up with those allegations about Aaron Judge.
I just
You know
think
what I
it's
mean?
I just think it's funny, and this is my opinion. I just think it's funny and obvious, if that take it for what it's worth, that you happen to have your best year of your career on a contract year, and you mysteriously don't have one single injury to put you out when you've had multiple injuries throughout your career.
I'll counter that.
So he's
with-
the first athlete to do that on his contract year. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
But this is what I am going to say, because I'm not going to be just biased towards hating on the Yankees because it's too obvious.
You are.
But I will say
You
this.
are.
No, I will say this, and you can go back and you can look. You look at Jackie Bradley Jr., Red Sox player. Go back and look at his statistics. And you look at that wave.
Who?
And
Who
JBJ.
did you say?
JBJ.
okay.
Jackie Bradley Jr. Look at his numbers.
What about him?
Look at his numbers on his last year in the Red Sox. He leaves, he comes back. Watch the influx. Watch his numbers move around. I'm telling you right now, I've already done this.
And then he went to. Oh, so you're an analytical man now.
I did a little bit of investigating, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I can do it a little bit. Google is
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Google. I love Google.
Go ahead.
But and I'm not listen,
Go ahead.
am I right? Probably. Am I wrong? Probably. So it's a 50-50 chance. Flip the coin. I don't know. But going back and looking, listen, if I was a professional athlete and I was going to get paid hundreds of millions of dollars based on my performance, you know what? You're probably going to find me doing it too. Give me the money.
Ray,
I'm not hating
Ray,
on that.
Ray,
Bro.
I wasn't even talking about Aaron Judge though. I was talking about Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, no,
That's
know.
what I was talking about. And you mentioned Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa.
And you're trying
to,
so you're going the steroid route. I get it.
You mentioned those two. What can I do?
I mean, I
All I said was that he's doing it naturally.
I know what you're trying to do, and it worked. Look at you got me going off in freaking left field, and I forgot my glove in the dugout.
He plays center field. He's just playing center field right now.
I played left field. It's talking about me, man. Really hurt my feelings.
So no. Let's get back on track.
I love it though. I do love it, and just send them our way. Just send them.
Here's what I would say.
You really think that Shohei Ohtani is going to go to the Red Sox?
I think we're in the mix, 100%.
It's not.
You think that with your owner?
No. It's not a bad thought though. It's really not. Like,
but
think about it.
But is it realistic?
It is realistic.
Very much.
In my opinion, it's not. Opinion, it's not.
Why not?
Because you got bigger, richer bidders out there. Like, I'll bring one name up. Steve Cohen.
Okay, so that's one. All right, so let's go through it. You got the Mets, you got the Dodgers. If he still wants to stay on the West Coast, right? You got the.
True.
I'm going to be honest. I think the Yankees are less likely to pay him than the Red Sox.
I don't want that dude.
I do.
I don't want that dude.
Why not?
As a Yankee fan, I don't want that dude.
Oh, see,
listen,
I totally disagree.
He's talented, but when Shohei Ohtani had an opportunity to come to the Yankees, he did not want to play in New York.
He didn't want to wear clown.
And you know what? And I'm gonna tell you what. I'm good with that, because when you cannot listen, somebody has to be realistic, and somebody has to say to themselves, "No, I'd rather go where there's 3 cameras. When they interview me, there's 3 cameras. Then it's the capital of the world that he'll be playing in."
Yeah, but what's the difference between the Mets and the Yankees? It's still. I know.
Are you serious?
Listen, I know it's not the Yankees, but it's still. If you think that there's only 3 cameras with the Mets, that's wrong.
Dude, the Mets are a joke, bro. I'm sorry.
You can say, listen, you can say
the Mets,
that.
the
No,
Jets,
you can, that's
the
fine.
Mets, the Jets.
You can say that. That's fine. All I'm saying is New York's New York.
New York.
It's the media coverage is still rabid. The cameras will still be on him. And Boston is Boston.
Armageddon
the media
is
in Boston's insane.
Armageddon is coming.
I don't think.
Know why?
I think there's 5 teams, bro.
Do you want to know why?
There's 5 teams.
Boston, New York, L.A., and maybe.
How about fucking San Diego?
San Diego.
Why?
They're not scared to spend money, boy. They're not scared to spend money.
I'll tell you one thing right now. If I was Shohei, I'm going to San Diego. Screw the Dodgers, screw the Yankees, screw the Mets, screw Beantown. Right now, San Diego is the place to go to win. Fernando Tatis is already ripping it up in AAA. When he comes back, he's going to be in prime form. He's going to be playing somewhere in the outfield, I'm assuming.
You talk about steroids, though.
Whatever. Listen.
I don't care about steroids.
He is the best player. He was the best player in baseball, minus Shohei, right?
Right.
But I remember comparing Shohei Ohtani to Tatis as like the 2 best players in the game. And can Shohei do what Tatis does at shortstop? No, he can't. Right. But can they pick? Like, whatever. This is stupid the way I'm going with it. But those were the best 2 players, in my opinion, 2 years ago. Right. Now they're going to end up playing on the same team with Juan Soto and Manny Machado. And that's going to be a scary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can I just ask a question? Is Soto signed through next year? Because I thought he was a free agent like soon.
I mean, would it matter? Because I mean, at this point, would they sign him back anyway? Yeah, they would. I don't even think it would matter. Plus, if I was Juan Soto, obviously he went to San Diego because he thought he could win another one. Maybe he wasn't feeling as confident in Washington that they could, make a run for it.
They're rebuilding, yeah.
Yeah, right. So he went to a place where he wants to win, and let's face it, the more rings you have, the more GOAT conversations you're involved in,
Right.
right? But I don't know. Yeah, sign him, but don't sign him. Send him to
But
Boston.
Ray, Boston is not a bad like. And I talked to a bunch of people because at first when you said that I was like, no way, it's
Yep.
not a bad thought, bro. And there's only so many teams that can afford him.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's going to set. That's why I don't think the and I'm different than Smitty. It's okay. I don't care that he chose to go to the Angels. When you talk about a guy that would pitch, he'd be whatever, Cole, him, Cole, and then that left-handed swing at that stadium, bro. The home runs he's going to hit. You see Rizzo and his power in Yankee Stadium as he gets older.
Yeah.
This dude would hit. I mean, the home runs he'd hit would be staggering.
Right.
I just don't
Well,
think the Yankees are going to pay him.
So let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you this. You're the owner of the Yankees, right?
Yeah.
How much are you willing to pay Shohei Ohtani to put that show on?
This is a different. If it was George Steinbrenner, I would say the Yankees would be the leading candidate. But I don't know I don't know how high they're willing to go over the tax, and he's going to cost like the amount of. I forgot the number Ray said in the group chat. Was it 400 million?
Well, I think it's like $500 million.
Bro, I just don't know that they're going to do that.
But think about what you're getting. I think 500 million is excessive, but if you said like 425, 450,
right,
you got to pay for both sides of offense and defense.
It's an ace and a corner outfielder.
You're getting a number one hitter. A number one pitcher. You're getting an ace pitcher on a 3-4 bat.
God, him
DH.
behind Judge. Oh my God.
DH. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's worth everything. Whatever he wants, you give it to him. Sorry.
I just don't know the Yankees. As I said, I just don't think the Yankees are going to do that because of the cost. And I never thought I'd say that as a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
But I think it's a fair statement. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Maybe they'll find ways to. Maybe they'll. I don't know what they'll do. But they just signed Judge, and they just signed Rodon, who maybe we'll see maybe one day.
If it was playoffs, he'd be pitching though. So.
Well,
okay.
Well, let's hope. But the Yankees spent a lot of money, but the amount of money it would cost to pay him, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, guys.
Yeah, no. Hey, it's something to think about. Obviously, we have the rest of the season. Maybe something will happen at the All-Star break, before the trade deadline. We'll see. But
opinion before we move on.
Yes.
Do they trade him?
They could. I don't know why not?
If
you might as well get whatever you can get
move
for
him, right?
You got to get something out of the guy.
I mean, you're gonna get
everything,
something for him.
You get a ton of shit,
but you're not gonna get a ton if you're not guaranteed that he's gonna sign back.
If you are in a hunt, right? If you're in a hunt for the playoffs,
fair,
or a World Series championship, you're gonna pay.
That's fair.
And you're probably gonna get a ring too, because like I said, that's two ways we're going with this guy.
So what if the Dodgers trade for him and they trade a bunch of the Dodgers become the favorite? If the Padres trade, I mean, really, if the Yankees, could you imagine if the Yankees traded for him and then didn't sign him just to win a ring?
Right.
Who would take that as a Yankee fan? It's a good question.
Yeah, no, yeah. Listen, the Padres could use another pitcher right now because Blake Snell has been shit in the bed. They could use a Shohei Ohtani right now. That's fact. That's fact. But we'll see. Maybe what's his name? Old Blakey boy can get his head out of his. You know what? You Darvish pitched a hell of a game, by the way, last night.
And they still lost.
But no, and they did. They lost to that team that you were just shitting on, the New York Metropolitans.
Listen. Hold on.
By the way,
the Mets, the facts, the data, the analytics with the Mets.
Oh my God!
Do not add up, bro. They're second-class citizens in New York City, bro. I'm not talking about Connecticut. I'm not talking about other towns. I'm talking about New York City. They're second-class citizens.
That is disrespectful. I'm sorry, any Jets fans out there, and I mean that.
What do you want me to say, though?
I feel sorry for all you Jets, second-class Jet citizen fans, all you Mets fans. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Smitty. Right now, the Mets are over 500.
Yep.
Last year, they made a hell of a run. This year, they went out and they got that guy, the old faithful that's on the shelf right now with his shoulder or
Verlander?
elbow. They went out and they got Verlander, right? They had an awful, unfortunate mishap jumping on the mound in the World Baseball Classic at Edwin Diaz. But I'm going to tell you something right now.
That's sad. That's sad, man.
It's horrible.
And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not being funny, but there's no trumpets. There's no trumpets in Citi Field.
But you know what there is?
What is there?
There's David Robertson. That's what there is. And everybody wants to just say, oh, no. Yo, show this guy some love.
We'll see how durable David Roberts
some love.
We'll see how durable David Roberts is.
Robertson? We'll see. We'll see. But right now, if you're a Mets fan, you're all your eggs are in the basket with him right now.
Mets are going to trade for a closer. Simple as that.
So far, short season.
Yep.
He looks pretty good so far.
They'll trade for a closer. You'll see.
What is wrong with him? What's wrong with him? There's nothing wrong with him. He can get the job done.
Right.
He can get the job done. You know what? There's a lot of players that have been old that have come in and closed it out. I mean, Christ, Mariano did it for 1,000 years.
Right. But
I was a dinosaur.
Make a move. Steve
Granted,
Cohen
I should never compare anybody to Mariano. I understand that. So I apologize, Yankee fans.
Right. Well, the thing when you have unlimited resources like the Mets have, they'll make a move. I don't know if it'll work. And it's so early in the season. Like I with baseball, it's interesting to me because it's like, talk to me in a month and a half. Like, let's get 40, 50 games in. It's hard. Everybody overreacts to the first 10, 20 games, you know. Get me a month and a half into the season. Get me 50 games in, and we can really talk.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
No, it's early. It's early. I mean, and that's the other thing too. The numbers are fluffed, right? I mean, in Adam Duvall, prime example, numbers are fluffed.
Yeah.
You beat up the Orioles. They got no pitching. We got no pitching, right? You can't. I mean, look at what happened. Look at we're playing Tampa Bay.
Yep.
That was a good game.
What?
That was a good game.
I know. We only gave up one freaking run. We only gave up one run.
And Tampa Bay is one of those teams that they always come up. Granted, the stadium is empty. You can hear yourself echoing. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, will they make the playoffs? I think that they're going to be towards the end. I think they're going to be there. They're going to be there.
You know what? You know what they could be? Off the Jets. They could be. The Tampa Bay Rays are this year's New York Yankees.
Man. Dude, right? Neil's on fire, man. Neil's on fire.
Yo, I love this guy. Get this guy to call in.
Listen,
he said, "Can we get off the Jets?" Jesus
I have talked to Neil
like talking about NASCAR
on a couple separate occasions.
Yo, all these friggin' moves that they made, and they're not going to get Aaron Rodgers, and they're going to be a mess. This is such a New York Jet. I know Neil's like, "What the hell? Did you read my comment?" But I just can't help it. They're a mess.
But you know what?
You see, Ray? That's what I said, Ray. But you beat me up when I said that, Ray.
What did I tell you? What did I say? Armageddon is coming. You guys didn't even let me tell you why.
Tell us.
This is going to be the year of the Jets and the Mets. It'll never happen again. It's going to be the Mets and the Jets this year. God, that pains me to say that.
Ray, gun to your head. Gun to your head.
Wow.
He's playing quarterback for the Jets week 1.
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers is going to be in New York.
If that happens, I'll change my tune. Right now, the Jets put themselves in such a stupid position because now they have no other move to make. What are they going to do?
What do they need to do? All they need is a quarterback.
Right, but they don't want to trade all these picks, and they're sitting there going, well, then sit there with Zach Wilson. Good luck.
Listen, my sources have told me draft day is going to be the day.
Okay, fair.
Draft day is going to be the day.
I like how you
I don't know if it's on day 1 or day 2. I would assume day 1. Aaron Rodgers is
Zach Wilson.
But like, oh no. Oh no, I'm not going there.
I'm not
going
either.
there. They have Zach Wilson. Yeah, no thanks.
Oh my God.
Zach Wilson will lead them to their destruction.
Is
Obviously,
Neil
that's what he's
drinking?
done. Maybe he's having a couple
No.
post lattes.
I hope
No.
he is.
No, I
Nah,
doubt it.
that's just Neil being Neil.
Neil's
All
doing
right.
Neil things,
I
and
gotta
I
beat
I
this
love
guy.
it. I think it's great. I don't know. Can I say that? Of course you can. Say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
listen.
God.
So
Yes, go ahead, Smitty.
so did we shift to football or
We're all over the place right now. That's the
where
best
we
thing about
at?
this. I don't know where I'm at. I'm still trying
Listen.
to figure
So
out if I put on my underwear the right way this morning.
Bryce Young, first pick of the draft, Raymond.
Oh, Bryce Young first live. How about the Boston Bruins, real quick? My man Rebel's on, and he
64.
loves some hockey. He loves some Beantown Bruins.
The Boston Bruins are the best team in hockey, and it's not close. Will they
Ever.
win the cup? I hope so, but I'll tell you,
Mm.
Pasternak is a stud.
So I know shit about hockey. I know they hit the ball into the net with the stick, right?
Yep.
Or the puck, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That
A
was even
puck.
fine. It wasn't funny. But serious question. If the Bruins go on and they run the table and they win this thing, independent on how they win it, or does it even matter how they win it?
No.
Is this the greatest hockey team ever assembled?
Yes.
If they
Yes,
win the
okay.
Stanley Cup,
They run through. They run through it like
yeah,
you know what?
absolutely. But if they don't win the Stanley Cup,
Then
It's like
they're
the
gonna be like the
Yankees
New
last
England
year.
Patriots.
They'll
They're
be
gonna be
the
like the
Yan-
New England Patriots.
Be like the Yankees last year.
My man, like
No,
the New
worse.
England
No.
Patriots.
No.
18-1.
No, this is worse. This would be worse than the Yankees last year. Worse.
It would. Because like the Tampa Bay Rays are kind of how the Yankees started off this year.
Right. But
Bruh, I
this
just
Bruins
said
team is loaded.
they're gonna be like your boys, the
We're
New
not
England
talking about
Patriots.
football right now, man. Just relax.
18-1.
Damn, dude, you're going all over the place. I'm getting dizzy looking at you right now.
Don't get dizzy. Stick with me. Stay with me.
I'm with you.
Stay with me.
I need Tylenol to straighten out real quick. Oh
I bet
my,
you do.
I love it. Listen, don't worry about my 18 and 1.
Hey, listen, you got
Still got
plenty of
5 more.
Tylenol. You got plenty of Tylenol and more where you work at. They'll hook you up.
No, I don't take none of that stuff. I don't take Tylenol even for a headache. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Shout out to the Bruins. Take it down, run the table. Hopefully you don't pull a New England thing. We don't want that to happen, twice. While we are on hockey,
I don't see nobody beating them, man. I mean, they're a complete and listen, I'm not a diehard hockey fan or anything like that, but the games that I've seen, it's like these guys are just playing on the ice with these guys with their opponents.
I'm a hockey guy. The Bruins have 2 goaltenders that could start for most teams.
Yep.
They are legitimately 4 lines deep, and they have a flat-out superstar in Pasta, who just scored his 60th goal the other night. And really, it should have been 61 because he scored an empty netter that should have counted that they didn't review. Whatever, the clock ran out, they won. But my point is, the Bruins are so deep and so talented, and they have everything. Yeah. Does it mean they're going to win? Hockey's different. This isn't basketball. But they are sensational.
Yeah, no, and I was actually about to transition into the whole hockey thing before you said your hockey guy speech, which I'm completely on board with you, Kev. But Neil said, how about those Bobcats? Quinnipiac. Listen, Connecticut right now representing 2 national champions within, a week?
Yep.
Pretty
CT
cool, man.
on top. Top of the world, CT.
Hey.
And boys, I'll add this. 14 NHL draft picks on that Minnesota team. 3 for Quinnipiac. 3.
Wow.
Now, Quinnipiac's really, really good. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying they beat a hell of a hockey team the other night. Shout out to Quinnipiac.
Yeah, no, big shout out. God, I wish I would have watched the game, but I know nothing.
Bro, it's not hard, man. You watch it, you'd get it. You just don't go off sides. That's it.
Right. No. Hey, and then we had the Masters this weekend.
Yep.
Right. This past weekend. Shout out to John Rahm. I was saying this to Chris Michael. We're at Easter on Sunday, and I said to him, I think this is probably the first time that I'm going to root for a European to beat an American, because Koepka was Koepka was running away with it. Koepka was running away with the Masters, and he totally fell on his face.
Yep.
What do you have? 4-shot lead going into whatever day it was. Obviously, they had the weather delay, postponement, but he had a 4-shot lead and he blew it. And I think every or most PGA guys were all rooting against Koepka, against Phil, against Patrick Reed, which people don't like Patrick Reed anyway. But Rahm came through, man. So thank you, John Rahm, for winning the Masters and not allowing one of these live guys to win it. Rory sucked. JT sucked.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler played okay. I mean, it was fun to watch. I'll be honest. I love golf. I love to play golf. I enjoy watching good golf. And not that it wasn't good golf, but holy shit, I could have grabbed the pillow and fell asleep during the final round of the Masters. And that's like a horrible thing for me to say.
So Ray, real quick. Listen, I'm not even gonna pretend. Ray, I'm not even gonna pretend that I watch golf. But Tiger Woods, what happened to that man?
My man, Tiger Woods he's done at Augusta. I'm not gonna say he's done everywhere. There's a great chance he is. And I can only hope and pray that his son Charlie comes through, takes the reins. I don't expect him to do what Tiger's done, but I just look forward to seeing, Charlie on the golf course.
Me too.
I really do. I mean, he mirrors his father in every single possible way, golf related. And as a fan, and I obviously, I mean, I do. I absolutely love it. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm hoping for. It would be nice to see Tiger maybe get out and play some other tournaments that aren't probably as gruesome on his leg as Augusta with all the hills. And I mean, that was just torture for him. I mean, he couldn't even walk.
The weather, I think, had something to do with that too, though.
Well, yeah, I mean,
any of us that have had an injury, like the rain, like I couldn't believe they were playing. First of all, like I couldn't believe they didn't suspend it earlier. It's sad though, like all of us that really just the reason I watch golf is because of Tiger Woods.
100%.
Like I never watched golf.
No, it's an old man sport. Always.
So like he brought that flash. It's heartbreaking to see.
Yeah.
To have seen.
No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
And listen, I'd pay all the money to go watch him at, 60 years old. Just because it's like, you know what, the time that Michael Jordan came to Mohegan Sun.
Right.
Listen, Michael Jordan's my favorite basketball player of all time. You know what? I was fortunate enough to go to watch the Wizards. I think they played the Celtics. I don't even remember who they played. I didn't care. I didn't go there to watch the other team. I just wanted to go there and say, you know what? I got to watch Jordan play.
Yes.
And I got a picture where I even was able to, and this sounds like, like a fanboy, but, reach over and just smack the guy in the back. You know what I mean? Like I got that close to the GOAT. In my opinion, he's the GOAT. But yeah, Tiger's the same thing. You hold certain people at, certain pedestals. Do I care to go see Justin Thomas or Rory McIlroy or, any of these other Jordan Spieth great players? Of course, I'd like to see them, but not the way I'd like to see Tiger Woods. They're not. It's a different. Some people are on Earth and some people are on Uranus. I'm not going to name any names, but you know who you are. You might even be in the comments right now. Hold on. Let me put a comment up. Do your homework. What do I need homework for, Billy? What do I need homework for to hope for Charlie to get on tour? I'd love for it. I can still, it's wishful thinking. And once these kids grow, you don't know where you're going to be. You know what I mean? You could be the best kid in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 12th grade, and you might not grow till you're 20 years old. Maybe you just hit it late. I don't know, but you can still be dominant at any point in your life. You never know when that light bulb just flips.
I'm still waiting for my growth spurt.
Yeah, well, Kev, I got to break it to you, bro. Right now, you're going to be like, just make sure that it keeps working. And if it doesn't, go ahead and,
Yo, all right, listen. So OBJ, right?
Was that uncomfortable?
Let's go back to NFL
was that
a little bit. Nah,
all right.
Nah, you know better than that. But let's go back to the NFL. Let's see. OBJ to the Ravens.
Yep.
What do we think that means for LJ?
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Isn't that a slap in the face though to LJ?
No. So
why do you think not?
Kev, give me a second, and it's all you.
Sure.
I read something. Now I did not talk to them. I read something that said that Lamar has been in contact with OBJ, trying to recruit him to Baltimore.
Yes,
I saw that. That was cute. They were FaceTiming each other. That was cute.
Right.
Go ahead.
So if I'm FaceTiming you, Smitty, to recruit you to come play on my team, even though I have not signed yet, I would say that's a pretty good. There's a great chance actually that Lamar is going to be signed probably within the next few weeks, and he'll be ready to go for the season. Because I'm not going to ask you to come play with me, and then be like, "Yeah, I got him." It's only 1 year. It's only a 1 year deal.
He's going to take his $37 million and play with Odell.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do this crap all over again next year.
Yeah, it's
Shout
like
out to
Aaron.
my
It's
wife,
like Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers
Rodgers.
2.0 right now.
Shout out
And
to
let
my
me
wife.
ask you. Oh, okay.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
shout
my
out
wife
to
who,
she said, what is she drinking right now?
she
You
loves
think she's
me.
my
love her.
man?
She's got a
Hey,
lot.
never
Dude,
hate, never hate, all love.
Shout out to her because she allows me to do this and put the kids to bed and everything. She's a badass. But as for Lamar Jackson, he's going to do the 1 year deal. He's going to make $37 million. We're going to do this crap all over again next year. The saga, where he's going to go, whatever.
Is he on that Kirk Cousins contract?
I think that the owners are trying to make sure that these crazy quarterback contracts come back to life. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And he just happens to be, if he wasn't injured the last 2 years, then we wouldn't be talking about this. I mean, Daniel Jones got his contract. Why can't Lamar Jackson get his somewhere? I don't know.
He wants way too much.
I don't even know why we keep bringing
money. He wants way too much guaranteed. It's whatever. It's a mess.
Dude, it's a tough one though. It's a tough one.
But here's a question for you guys.
Yeah.
All right. For the guru and you, shout out to my boy B-Boy. Smitty ain't doing FaceTime. I don't do FaceTime. But anyways, listen, so does that make the Ravens better?
Yes.
If LJ stays there and Odell is there too.
The Ravens are better with Lamar, and they're even better with OBJ.
Okay.
Without a doubt. OBJ was probably the Super Bowl MVP until he got hurt.
Good.
And Lamar's an MVP, a past MVP. Yeah. No, it'll be a nice little combo.
So here's another question for both of you. Here's another question.
No.
So you're saying that if you're ranking them in their division,
yep.
Where's Baltimore at now?
2.
Okay.
Yeah. Cincinnati, Baltimore, Cleveland,
Steelers.
Pittsburgh. I mean, you can flip-flop either one.
Cleveland over Pittsburgh?
Oh, well,
you could flip them. You could
even. I think it's going to be. I think Pittsburgh. I'm sorry. I don't think Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh is the worst team in that division. I think it's going to really be between Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Baltimore. Why do I say Cleveland? Well, because they have Deshaun Watson. Last year was his first year back. I don't think people have forgotten how great Deshaun Watson was.
Yeah.
Now, supporting cast is going to be.
Do you think? And I don't mean to interrupt you, Ray.
No.
Do you think that Deshaun Watson is mentally stable, confident enough to perform the way he used to perform with the Houston Texans?
Listen, Tiger Woods came back and won a master.
I'm not talking about Tiger Woods.
He went.
Listen, I'm not a big golf fan. I'm not a big golf fan, but I do know about Tiger Woods a little bit.
Right. So,
he's
but
one
Tiger.
Of the legends.
Yeah, no. But honestly, the only reason I brought that up is because Tiger went through some of like similar things, but not.
Yeah, he went through his
crazy
incidents.
as Deshaun Watson was with however many people there were. But it was definitely the same for your head, for your mental game, I guess. You know what I mean? Like it's still there. But yeah, no, 100%. I think Deshaun Watson can bounce back. He's an athlete. I
Yeah.
mean, if he's strong-willed, strong-minded, why can't he? That's what athletes do. If you want to be good, and let's face it, Deshaun Watson's not good. He was great.
And
He
do
was
you
the best.
think that in that system with the Cleveland Browns,
Yep,
you think that he'll be successful?
he could. Sure, why not?
Yeah, why
You got a
can't he
great
have
running
bounce
back.
back here? Why
Got a
can't
great
he?
running back.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, listen, I'm asking the guru now. You know what I mean? What do you think, the guru?
I think Cincinnati's still the class. I think Baltimore got a hell of a lot better because now they have a deep threat with Bateman, with Andrews. I think that's going to help the quarterback, and it's going to make them more explosive. Plus, they have a new offensive coordinator that's like going to do a little bit more besides just, act like the field is 10 yards and that's it.
Yep.
And, I think Deshaun Watson can absolutely have a bounce back year. I just have to see it. I don't know where his head's at. So I think it's a fair question. I think he's going to have a better year than last year. I think he'll be good.
Yep.
I just don't think his team is better than the two teams that were mentioned a minute ago.
Overall, no way.
Let's go back. Let's go
Joey
back to
B.
the
Go ahead, because I wanted to bring this comment up that Randy put up there. And what's up, Oscar? How you doing, bro?
Oh, okay.
The
ahead.
Ravens need a new head coach. Absolutely not.
No.
Huge fan of Harbaugh. I
Me
would
too.
never get rid of him. The guy knows exactly what he's doing, and
Yeah.
he's done it without. Other than Lamar, they haven't really been like loaded with weapons over the last couple of years, and they're always in the mix. They're always a team you fear. I fear the Ravens as a Patriots fan. Probably
Even when they're down, you still have to prepare.
Yeah. They always have a decent defense. Maybe not as much lately, but go ahead, Smitty.
Here's a question.
Yes.
Who gets hurt first, or do they both remain healthy throughout the season? Odell or LJ?
Oh, that's a good one.
Because I got Cincinnati, Steelers, Baltimore, and the Browns.
Steelers.
Yeah.
Steelers?
Steelers
Come
can be a
on, bro.
surprise team this year,
Come
though. I
on,
like their
bro.
quarterback.
Listen, the Steelers, bro. The Steelers know how to win games, man.
But you have to understand something. Big Ben is gone.
I was never a Big Ben fan.
Their offense.
You don't have to be a Big Ben fan, but if you're a football
I'll
fan,
end this right now. Their offensive line is still a nightmare as of today.
Yep.
Let's see how they go through the draft and what they do.
And you got a
and their defense is good too.
No, it is.
No, yeah, we'll see.
Without
I don't know.
an offensive
I
line,
have Pittsburgh
they're
at the
not gonna
bottom of
win.
the division this year.
No, but listen,
agree.
I know you do, Ray. I know you do. But here's a question, though.
Sure.
Can someone please answer it for me?
Yes.
Who will get hurt first?
OBJ.
Odell?
OBJ.
Okay.
I
what you
agree.
think?
OBJ.
Me too.
It's got to be.
And you know what? The Alchemist is in the house. Shout out to the Alchemist.
Yeah.
MMA Alchemist. He said OBJ is a cancer. Do you guys agree with that?
I mean, you can't really say no. I'll say this. He proved himself when he went to LA.
Yep.
Why did he prove himself? Why did he prove himself?
Because he put everything to the side. I mean, OBJ was an absolute stud. He was the best wide receiver they had on the team for the last 6 weeks of the season. And
that
going
includes
into the
Cooper
playoffs.
Kupp.
So do you think
into the Super Bowl? Nobody could guard him in the red zone.
Bro,
why do you think that
until
was
he got
though?
hurt, he was the MVP of the Super Bowl.
100%.
But why do you think that was though? Why do you think that was? Who's their number one? Who was their number one? Was
Cooper
it OBJ?
Kupp. Cooper Kupp.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Cooper Kupp.
That's right. So Cooper Kupp,
Yeah, he took the
he
heat
was
off.
double covered, right?
Sure. Well, I don't know if he was still double covered. I'm sure he was.
If your number one is not the guru, help me out, guru. What you got, guru?
I love when Smitty gets fired up.
I think
because guru's like, yo, Ray, I got you, Ray.
I think it's a fair point that more attention was on Cooper Kupp, but the way he played and the way McVay put him in the position to succeed, I give him credit also, but to say that, Odell was like the top option, I don't think would be accurate.
No, I'm not saying he was a top option, but he was.
Gassing him up, Ray. You gassing him up.
No, but he was a dude
No,
in
he was
Sean
the dude.
McVay's offense, no
He
doubt.
was the dude.
But
Absolutely. Listen, I'm not saying that he wasn't,
right.
but all I'm saying is that the guy has a history of throwing fits.
Yeah.
And I know this firsthand as a Giants fan. That's the main reason why I didn't want him back
Yeah.
on the team that we have now.
I would
But
have taken him in New England in a
I'll
heartbeat.
counter with this.
I know you would.
I'll counter with this.
Have to.
Is Sean McVay an established and good head football coach that's respected? Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Is John Harbaugh a respected head coach that you think can handle him like McVay? I think the answer is yes.
I agree.
Who were his head coaches when he was going nuts? None of them were.
Yeah, they were clowns.
Yeah.
They were clowns.
They were clowns. That's all I'll say.
Clowns.
He's
All
not.
right.
They were
Listen,
clowns.
I think it's a fair thing to say. Does he need to prove himself again? Well, I don't think that's unfair. I don't. But I think first of all, I think Mark Andrews is their number one. So I think that helps.
Oh, without a doubt. Absolutely.
And I think Bateman when he plays, and I think him and Beckham are unbelievable number twos.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's a good position for him to be in, but I think it's fair in terms of what Smitty said. Cooper Kupp was the guy that got the
Absolutely.
attention. So
Absolutely.
it's fair.
Listen, let's answer this
listen.
question by Ozga. Does another QB get a guaranteed contract?
No.
I agree. Smitty?
Yeah, no.
No. It'll never happen again. The NFL knows they're learning from Lamar. This is all an experience.
Well,
Not gonna happen again.
they're learning with Lamar from Deshaun Watson's contract. And if
Yeah.
you think everybody thought that owners meeting in Florida was about Dan Snyder. God, I wish it was. And I'm waiting for this to finally be announced that
Yeah.
there's a friggin' sale. But
Yeah.
that was about how, and you could say collusion all you want. The NFL is like the mob. They met and they said, how can we get these quarterbacks under control before they take up 50% of the salary cap?
Yep.
I'm telling you. And so the answer to me is no. And that includes Josh Allen. That includes Joe Burrow. I just don't see those dudes are going to get paid.
Sure.
But I don't see it being fully guaranteed.
No, you can't. You can't do that. He's got another question. Who will be the surprise NFL team this year?
Wow. I had the Giants last year, to my credit. The hard part in answering this is that we have to answer it before the draft.
Correct.
Like if Tennessee trades up to 3, which I think they're going to do, and they get one of these quarterbacks and they hit, they could be an extremely, extremely difficult team to face.
Yeah.
But again, there's so many unanswered questions. I'm going to say this, and I know I'm a homer for this, but I think the Commanders can be.
Yo, you went off the air. You
Yeah.
went off the air.
What can the Commanders be,
There you
Kev?
go.
Because I was on the Commanders 2 years ago.
I think the Commanders can be a surprise team this year because I think that they're going to address the offensive line in the draft. I think that their defense is extremely good. I think Chase Young is going to be healthy. I think Montez Sweat is in a contract year. I just feel like they're going to be a playoff team this year. And I think all the cards, I think they're built to pound the ball and to play defense. And I think in that division, I think there's going to be a couple teams that step back a little bit. And I think they're going to have a chance to make the playoffs. But it's too hard for me to say that what team is going to surprise enough to contend for a title. We could talk about that after the draft.
Where do you see the Commanders? What place do you see the Commanders in the NFC East?
I think they're going to win the wild card. I think they're going to finish third.
That's fair. Hey, so would the Cowboys be a surprise team this year? It wouldn't be a surprise? But what if they made it to the playoffs and won 3 games?
Oh God!
No, because the Cowboys.
That's a surprise. That's a surprise, though.
Listen, Cooks.
If they win one playoff game,
yes.
The Cowboys, as always, they're going to be right in the thick of it. They're very talented. They're going to draft. They usually draft well. We'll see what they do. I have them taking Dalton Kincaid from Utah. I think he's a smooth, talented receiving tight end. I think that'll add because Dak Prescott's proven that they need weapons around him. Period. It's fine. We don't have to debate.
He can't throw the ball that good anyway. But
he needs weapons. I don't.
You
Think
you can have like Jerry Rice, Megatron, Jeremy Shockey, and that dude will still throw in interceptions.
He said Jeremy Shockey. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Neil says the Saints.
Yo, shout out to the U. What happened? I thought you loved the U.
Yeah, he does.
He's
a big U guy. Neil says the Saints. Is that a surprise? I mean, I would think so.
No, well, yes.
With David Carr? I mean, that would be a surprise. Because David Carr hasn't really done much.
Surprise team before we shut this
down.
No,
I'm going first.
As long as he don't
I'm
go to
going
prison.
first.
Go ahead.
The Denver Broncos.
Okay.
Oh,
fair.
wow.
That's going to be my surprise team. And it's not really a surprise considering the hiring of Sean Payton. But that's why I say the Broncos. And I was on the Broncos a little bit last year. I really was. I thought they might have been the team, but they're not. But I think this year having Payton, it's going to make a huge difference.
Yep.
They're not going to let Judy go, right? They made that determination.
Right.
If they can stay healthy, the Broncos could be that surprise team. It would be a surprise because
just a brutal division, though.
That division,
it's a brutal division.
100%.
I think even above the Commanders, I think the Detroit Lions are a team that can really, really surprise. And I mean, get to the playoffs in advance. That Lions division without Aaron Rodgers.
I agree. No, that's a great one, Kev.
Watch the Lions, bro.
Honestly, that's a great pick. And I love their head coach. Dan Campbell's a freaking savage.
The Guru
they clown that guy. They clown that guy.
The Guru stole my pick.
The Guru
Shout out to the Guru for stealing my pick. Yep.
Why do you think Detroit? Tell us quick.
I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
Because Detroit's got a lot of picks coming up.
They do.
All right. And at the same time, I love the system. I love their head coach. I love the way they came in against my team. Granted, my team was not something to brag about, but they did what they had to do. And I tell you what, their running game, their passing game, their defense. I mean, come on. They got that kid. What's his name, Guru? The linebacker that they got.
Hutchinson's an animal.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Come on.
Yeah, he's
an
animal. He's outside linebacker.
You know I mean? Yes. And who doesn't want to root for Detroit?
Could you imagine if they draft Anderson from Alabama on the other side of him?
Will? Oh, my.
I'm saying.
Well, what pick do the Lions have currently?
I think they might. I think you got to watch them moving up for the third pick.
Third pick, yeah.
Oh, listen, this is the question for the Guru that I wanted to ask.
Go ahead.
Do you see 3 quarterbacks going first?
I told Ray this on the phone. I think the first 4 picks in the draft are all going to be quarterbacks.
Yeah. And I feel bad for all 4 of those teams because I don't like this draft at all for quarterbacks. I don't.
It is such a.
Well, luckily for you, you got Mac Jones. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You got Mac Jones.
Don't get me going on Mac Jones because I feel very comfortable with Mac Jones. No matter what anybody
says. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm more confident in Mac Jones than I am that any of these quarterbacks is going to have a major impact this year.
If anyone has an impact, who is it?
Bryce Young.
Who's that for?
Whoa, no, that's not what I expected you to say at all. I thought Smith, you got an answer?
I agree with the Guru. I can't go against the Guru with this one.
I was going to say if anybody, I was going to go with Stroud.
Here's why, though.
I was going to go with Stroud.
Here's why.
He says leave up.
I think
know about
Neil
that
Levis
guy.
needs time. I think he's in a good situation. They got a good offensive line. They got an outstanding defense. I think they have, and I think Frank Reich, and I know they put up this graph the other day about all these huge quarterbacks that he works with. Put that aside. I think he's going to have a system in place for this kid to be successful. And I think he's well schooled. I know he's 5'10" and a half. I just think they're going to, I love his leadership skills. I don't love him overall as a prospect, but I think he's the most ready to play. I think if he goes to Carolina, I think their team is set up for him, and that division stinks. I think he's going to have the most success. Early.
Yeah, I don't. Not a fan. I'm not going with any of them, honestly. And I
That's okay.
for whatever reason, I told you this earlier. When I think of Bryce Young, and don't get me wrong, Roll Tide all day.
Right.
Not a fan though. Bryce Young reminds me of Tua Tagovailoa, and we all know where Tua's career is going. No, I'm being dead ass. I am being dead ass.
Dead ass. I like that word. Where you learned that at?
Wait, in terms of
what? I worked in other places before I worked in the prison.
Yeah, but in terms of what? What makes you like his injuries? Like what do you
everything, every single thing about Tua and Bryce Young are like, I think they mirror each other. I think they're both extremely accurate. I think they're both extremely fragile.
Wow, Guru, what you got to say about that?
Bryce Young, obviously, he got through college without any major injuries. Going to another level, it's a lot, obviously, speed, power, everything. Your brain is going to get rattled. He doesn't have dynamic speed. You know what I'm saying? He's only 204 pounds. He's going to get destroyed. Can you imagine somebody?
Line, though.
Well, that's if he goes into the right place. But even in the right place, I think it's going to be a very difficult situation for any of these quarterbacks. But you can't be 5'10 and a half at 204 pounds in today's game. I don't even know how well. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I hope Bryce Young does great. I really do. I've cheered for Bryce Young. I will root for him. I rooted for Tua, even though he's in my division. And I've said it many a times. He's fragile, and that's why Miami will never, ever win with Tua, because he's never going to last. But anyway, that's just my opinion. So, Randy asked, do you think the Chargers should get a new head coach? I hate Staley. I've said it before. Anytime anything does anything stupid, it's a Staley moment, and that will forever live on the hook. Neil made a comment earlier. We posted this morning. If you don't follow the Hook on Facebook, I recommend go follow the Hook. We throw some stuff up. Sometimes people respond, sometimes they don't. But USC just went and they hired Cliff Kingsbury as their offensive coordinator. Now, this is a big deal. It's a huge deal. Obviously, they already have. Let me get my man Kev back on here again. Kev, you mentioned it. We love Cliff Kingsbury going to USC. Caleb Williams is back for another year. They lost their their number one wide receiver. Obviously, he'll be drafted somewhere in the first
by the Giants.
By the Giants. So he'll be one of the top probably three maybe top 3 wide receivers taken off the board.
Yep.
For some reason, Zay Flowers won. Not really sure what that's about.
Zay Flowers ain't going to be the first receiver off the board.
But why are they talking about that? You know what I'm saying? I just lost light. But it's all good. Must be power bill. Can't afford my power bill. Oh boy, I can't. Somebody throw me a lifeline. Anyway, love USC this year. National champion. Not sure yet. Kev, what do you think?
It's gonna be crazy because it's a 12-team playoff, and that means that we have to actually really kind of research, and we have to really look at these rosters and these conferences and these teams. I mean, it's so easy to just say, SEC, and I get it. But there's a lot of new quarterbacks. There's a lot of new players, the transfer portal, and we're not even done with that yet. So if I had to guess, I feel most comfortable with USC as of today. But I still question their defense. But I don't think it's USC to the bank just yet, because there's a lot of things. I mean, USC might get 2 or 3 kids from the portal, and then I feel comfortable with that. But if we're going off coach, returning players, quarterback at USC as of right now.
Smitty, you got something you want to add to that?
No. Nope.
All right, listen, guys, we've been crushing it for an hour and 20 minutes. My light went off, which means the boss is trying to tell me that I got to wrap it up.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Smitty. And honestly, I lost power. Smitty must have lost his Wi-Fi. That's how this goes. Oh, there he goes.
Yo, when I went off the first time, our power went out. So I don't know what. Maybe somebody got in an accident around us.
Jesus. Oh, you know what? Hey, we had a big
So
fire.
listen, what I was saying was that the Lions have nine picks in the draft.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So they have round 1, they have pick 6 overall. That was from the LA Rams. Pick 18 overall. In the second round, they have 48, 55. In the third round, they have 81. And fifth, 2 picks. And in the 6th round, they have 2 picks also.
Dude, I'm telling you, forget the Commanders. The Detroit Lions, to me, they hit a home run in this draft. They're going to be a problem. They need a receiver. I like the receivers they have, but they can add to the offensive side, and they can go get another pass rusher. Watch out.
Yep.
Yo, the Tampa Bay Rays, 11-0 this year.
Yeah,
they got
Tampa Bay
maybe
Rays.
they'll hand out participation banners for everybody. Great.
Hey guys, Rebel says great show. Bruins up 4-2.
Yes.
Sounds like
That's
number
what's up.
64 for the mighty Boston Bruins. Guys, what are we looking forward to this week?
Man, I'm just preparing for this draft, baby. Oh, before you go, bad news, Ray.
What?
My basketball source, and I trust him because he's a real source. Sonogo, your boy.
Yeah.
Watch the news. I heard he's about to hit the portal.
I thought he was going to go to Europe.
That NIL money.
NIL money, though, he can't do NIL because he's not an American citizen.
Well, that's what I was told. I don't know if it's legal or not. They've paid players forever.
I mean, hey, it is
So
what it is.
go.
That sucks.
Yo, you'd be shocked to hear the name that I heard, though. Penny
For
Hardaway.
Memphis?
Isn't that crazy?
Memphis?
We're going to see.
Walk in Memphis. I can't sing for shit. I'm not even going to try. I am not going to discourage everybody who's still listening.
I hope that doesn't happen. That'd be such a mistake.
No, I agree. I agree with you. But you know what? At the same time, it's going to give Klingon more of an opportunity to, to step into the ring and be the guy that I think he's a stud.
Dude,
I love that kid.
Let him play 30-something minutes. He is a stud, and they've got that kid Castle coming in next year is a beast.
Yeah.
He'll fit right into the 2-guard spot.
Yep. Hey, listen, Smitty, what do you got going on?
So the NFL draft is not till April 27th to the 29th, correct?
Yep,
in Kansas
correct.
City.
Kev's going to give us a breakdown too.
Dude, I cannot wait for that show, boys.
Are you going to Kansas City for that, Guru?
I am not.
You don't need to be there.
I am going to Yankee Stadium on Thursday night.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Shout out to
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
Nice. Good
Hey,
stuff.
listen, so I'm looking forward to, of course, baseball. But Ray, what I did want to say is that your Bulls are in the play-in against the Toronto Raptors. Did you know that?
Of course I did, Smitty.
Did you know that, Ray? You got to get pumped up, man.
Smitty, of course I did. And you know what? As happy that I am that they made it, I can't really get too crazy about it. One thing that I can tell you, though, is that I can't wait for the Minnesota Timberwolves to knock out the Los Angeles Lakers.
Please.
That's all
They can't do that, bro. They can't. I'm gonna tell you what. The Timberwolves are a hot mess. That's what Kevin and I we were talking about. Yeah. They have no chemistry whatsoever. They're fighting. There's drama. There's players that are hurt. I mean, if LeBron James can't beat this team, I don't know what to tell you, man.
I don't want to. Yep.
Well, it looks like the Hawks might knock out the Heat. They're up 6 right. Actually, no, there's plenty of time left. There's plenty of time. 7 minutes left. Bulls Raptors tomorrow. Thunder Pelicans tomorrow.
Hey, what do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about Zion Williams?
I was just gonna say, is Zion playing? Like,
what was that guy's name? What was that guy's name from Ohio State?
Which
Greg
one?
Hardy? Was it? Not Greg Hardy. What the hell was the kid's name from Ohio State?
Which sport?
Basketball. That's what I think of Zion. Sorry.
Oden.
Greg Oden. I said Greg Hardy. Sorry.
You're
Greg
right.
Oden. That's what I think of Zion Williamson. Greg Oden.
I just think he's
wasted talent.
Just a bust.
He's just too fat, bro. He's
a
too
bust.
heavy.
Ever since he busted them Nikes.
That was a great night. That was a great night.
Hey, listen, real quick.
Pick for the finals.
Hey,
Who you got?
Who for the finals?
Yep.
Oh, that's a hard one, man.
Boston, Golden State. I'm gonna veer away from my Phoenix Suns pick. Boston, Golden State.
I got the Bucks.
Bucks.
I see Golden State. It will go down between Golden State and the Phoenix Suns. I think.
I agree to that. I like.
And I would say if Steph Curry is 100%, I think that it would be Golden State against the Bucks.
Bucks, Suns.
Ooh, I like all. I mean, I'm not really on board with the Bucks, but they're going to be tough for the healthy Chris Middleton. Anyway, guys, it was a pleasure.
But hold on. I really wanted to say this, Ray, before we sign off.
My bad.
Randy asked a really good question. Do you think the Chargers? Oh no, what was it? Is Ryan Leaf the biggest quarterback bust of the draft?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, and Jeff George is 1A.
But wait, hold on. What was that guy's name?
Russell?
I forgot his name. He played Russell. Was it Russell, the quarterback for the Raiders?
Jamarcus Russell. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jamarcus Russell.
He's up there, but Jeff George had all the physical skills. He was the worst human being and worst teammate of all time. He could have been great.
He played for the Colts, right?
Yeah, he did. He played for a few teams.
Jeff George played for everybody.
Yeah, he did.
For the Redskins before they were the Commanders.
Played for us, played for the Colts, played for the Falcons. He played everywhere. He was so gifted. He was just a terrible human being. Ryan Leaf had a whole different other bag of shit he was dealing with.
That guy has to be
the worst. I'll tell you right now,
though,
he might be the biggest bust, but the turnaround, I'm so proud of that guy. God bless. God bless.
Michael Loper says Boston, Phoenix. Shout out to Michael Loper. What's up, brother?
Okay.
Hope everything is well.
We
appreciate you.
I just hope it's not the Lakers. That's all.
Yeah. I agree. And it won't be. Because they can't run up and down the floor without needing oxygen.
The Lakers in the finals? Oh, no.
No.
It's going to take a miracle.
Yeah.
Ray, go ahead and sing that song. It's going to take a miracle. Go ahead, Ray.
Wait, do you want the techno version?
Whatever you got. Go ahead and sing it, Ray, before we leave.
Oh, my God.